Hello, everybody, and welcome to Suddenly Saturday. And we are going to do Soul Surfing Sunday also for 2 days. I need you all's help. I know there's a lot of you that are watching here and practicing your manifestation and the connection with Source. I want you to put in your mind to manifest the storm away from us. It's coming right towards us again. So, any of you all know, if you've been following me since the Hurricane Idalia or whatever it was, we really got bombarded here at Big Bend area. And it looks like it's going to come this way again. So, we're either going to leave and go to Georgia for a night, or we don't know what we're going to do yet. We're just watching the weather. But, as we drift through time, we're just getting glimpses of the 3D world. We were supposed to learn a lot about Earth School. Have we? We can ask that question. What did we learn? What did we learn when we were on this Earth School? And what have we given in return? And who's given to you in return? Now is the time to reflect on a lot of our life, because there's a lot of things coming in to the forefront, and we have to be mentally, physically, and spiritually ready for this. We will come out of it, but it is teaching us lessons. Every moment of life is a blessing, and we don't want to waste any of those blessings that we've had. If we're wasting those blessings and not looking at the beautiful part that the Creator Source gave to us, then we're missing out a lot. We have to really realize that and remember that and think about it. All right, I am going to get right into this reading. I made sure I did this reading before the storm happens. I think it's supposed to happen tomorrow. So I want everybody in the storm area. There's not just me, everybody in the Florida area and the areas that the storm is coming around. May you be safe. And I try to surround myself with the energy of protection. And that's really what we all need to do right now. Okay. I'm going to get right into it. Today is 8/3 of 2024. It's a number 19, and that goes down to a 10, which is a 1. And we got 8/4 of 2024. It's a 20. It goes down to a 2. You combine those, you've got 12, and you subtract that, and it's a 3, and it is a divine message. Most of our messages are a divine message. And when I am done with this, you will realize why it is a divine message. Now, I channeled the cards. I got my energy all on them, and I noticed that the ones that come out were, wow. The collective energy right now is like this. It's not going smooth because there's so much chaotic stuff around everybody. So we are going to read the 3 out of the Soul Helper Oracle to get this reading started. Number 3 indicates that now is a good time to take care of your soul families, both in this world and in others. Make contact and tell them that you love and need them. They will hear you. You will find strength, healing, and answers among those closely connected to you. This number teaches you to look at everything, to become an observer, and wisdom will come. Number 3's energy field brings about diversity, creativity, creative energy, and overcoming of duality, and understanding and seeing the world of the divine. Usually I read the next card out of the Soul Helper Oracle, but I'm not going to do that. Meanings that said that, the observer, I got to read the Messenger Oracle, because I want you to remember what that message said. It said, be the observer. When I read these cards, you'll understand why. The first card we got is Know Your Fears. You have fears, both big and small. Some fear is felt for good reason. It serves to remind you to be cautious and not to take foolish and dangerous risks. Other fears you feel are but shadows that you have made real and given substance. They serve only to make you doubt yourself, to question your good judgment, to fear success, to restrict and to limit. Look within. Know your fears, shine a light upon them, and see them for the shadows and mists that they are. When we look into ourselves more, the truth shows us more. And right now, the truth is coming forward. All we have to do is heed the warnings because we did get observe in silence, the fox. And we've been getting a lot of foxes. Like foxes are very smart and they know how to adapt and they know how to live in the night and in the day. Now is not the time to be the life of the party, nor to sweep forward into or step forward into the role of leader or teacher. Cautious. It may not be wise to draw attention to yourself or to reveal your plans to others. At this time, instead, be silent. Step back. Be still. Watch those around you and be mindful of what you see, hear, and feel. Trust your instincts and intuition and let them guide your steps. I agree with this because right now we have to be observant of everything around us right now. That is very, very important because we have a lot of chaos. August is going to be a hot month. And what's interesting about this card is it's protect the wild green. We got a lot of fires, we got a lot of weather, we got a lot of things that are going on that let's say the nowadays mafia, the cabal, are doing to us. And they know how to do it to us. So you are a guardian of the earth and all who share it, the trees, the animals, the birds, insects, and inhabitants of the ocean blue. It is time to play an active role by being aware of and limiting your impact upon the natural world. This world is not yours to possess. It is a gift given to you and your children. Tread gently, tread with care, and walk with love. Remember, your relationship with the world is a symbiotic one. We are here for a lesson, but that's right. It isn't just our world, it's everybody's world. And we really do have to remember that. Okay. Where is she? Now, I swore I had a card in there last night. Unless I'm going completely bonkers. Okay, I am going completely bonkers because there is no card in here. You know what? That means we got to pull one. We got to pull a card. You'll be able to see me in action. Usually I'm meditating and calling the collectivist. But today, interesting. This piece of paper that I have in my book just fell out. It's in the front. And I think I'm supposed to read it again. I have read this once, but I'm going to read this. Emerald Tablet, Tablet 10, the key of time, says, List ye, O man, and hear a mystery, stranger than all that lies neath the sun. Know ye, O man, that all space is filled by worlds within worlds, one within the other, yet separate by law. The ancients knew there was parallel universes, energy and frequency and vibration. Everything is pure energy. So yeah, it is. And we vibrate on a different level. So we are going to pull the practical magic. I am going to show you what I do. And I got my magic crystal here. And what I do is I put the crystal on it and I rub it around. I knock on it 3 times. And I start shuffling. And I don't do this in front of you because I only have a little desk, a little corner desk in my camper. And I could never be able to show you. I'd have to dip it down and all you'd see were the cards. So I don't do the cards. Plus, I like to be in meditation scenario where I've got the messages coming. But for some unknown reason, these cards, I swear I pulled it, were not pulled last night. So we're going to pull one. Actually, it's going to pull. Ooh, okay. Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Wow. Okay, I'm glad that happened, because it's a 7. And it says it's a 25, which goes to a 7. It says make a choice. Choices. Ooh, she's got the beautiful flowers flowing around her. Okay, let's go into what she's saying. Decide between options can paralyze you or empower you, deciding. To ensure it's the latter, embrace the possibilities, weigh them up, and choose well, then take action. Let me look. There is a lot of different, there's a lot of different things in these readings that sometimes is a better option than the read part. Okay, something's telling me I got to read the Devil's Advocate. You can ask a friend to play devil's advocate so you can explore each option, outline one of the choices, and why you think it would be the best idea. Then have your friend argue the opposite view and express why it's a bad idea. They don't have to believe that. It's just a good exercise to see how you really feel about it. Does their circumstances or criticism of this path convince you that they're right and you should decline this option? Or do their words make you defensive and want to take it? Repeat the process with you outlining the second opinion and your friend arguing against it. How do you feel this time? Having someone in your life who has no motive or preference, who can argue the opposite point of view, is always handy. Sometimes you'll agree with them, and other times you'll realize through your debate that you strongly disagree. Either way, your decision is made. That's kind of an interesting thing because, perception is different. All of our perceptions are different. So it is kind of, if you're in a mode right now where you want to make a choice and you're really not sure of it, yeah, get someone to play devil's advocate and, let play it out and see a different perception on it before you make your choices. Because we have countless decisions every day that we have to make. And from what to eat and where to who you want to spend your time with, most of them you make subconsciously without a second thought. But other decisions are much more difficult when you don't know how each option will play out. Choose between them can seem overwhelming. It's normal to worry about the consequences of your choice and second guessing yourself. When you feel close to deciding, but don't let paralyze you into inaction. Take longer to decide. Doesn't always help. Research has found that more time or more options can make it harder to choose. Drawing this card indicates an important decision needs to be made. Continuing to put it off will drain your energy and keep your life on hold. Know that refusing to choose is a decision in itself, because if you don't actively decide yes or no, it's a no by default. You choose not to do it simply by not choosing to do it. And don't throw up your hands and say, if it's meant to be, it will happen. Or wait for a mysterious sign. Claim your power and make your decision. Take responsibility for your life and be the director of it. If it's meant to be, you have to make it happen. When the decision, with the decision you're facing now, weigh up your options and list the pros and cons of each possibility, allowing yourself to daydream about each one, imagining how following each path will feel. Get advice from people you trust, if that will help, even if they just make you realize you totally disagree with them, so that you do the opposite to what they advise. If you're really stumped, flip a coin. not to make the decision for you, but to connect to your intuition. Deep down, you usually know the answer. So observe your reaction to how the coin falls. Are you happy with the outcome it points down towards, or disappointed? However you make your decision, do it and immediately take action. I really feel that this right here is a really important message today. Observe in silence, because this kind of says it also. You know, discuss it with someone else, get different perceptions on it. Take the perceptions with a grain of salt, and then be silent and observe the differences. That was a really good card that come out, because we should all kind of be an observer in this whole scenario. And that was kind of cool. You guys got, I've done that a couple times. I forgot a card and had to shuffle and do it. So, okay. Okay. I'm trying to feel into the cards more, but I also have to go over something. That is something that I really had to get on today. I had a message. Now, on 8/12 of 2018, there was a cue to card drop. And that's how I say that so I don't get on Facebook or YouTube. Something big is about to drop. Cue the card. The market started to drop. Many big banks are dropping on the market. The world will witness extraordinary scenes and very important developments. Over 500 companies dropping and halting on the market. Are they shell companies? Not my opinion. It's just my opinion, but I'd look into it, because they probably are shell companies. And we're going to find out a lot of them were shell companies. So I had to get that out. That was a must. And we've read the three. Now we are going to go to this, because no, we're not. We're going to this. Okay. The Soul Helper Oracle number 16. To conform is to die inside. Be brave and be yourself. I always say, just be you. Look at her and her little chameleon, changing colors. Conforming can be a positive in certain situations. For example, when someone conforms out of politeness. This card has a warning for you, however. To live means to bravely follow your own path. Following the path of others, in a sense, dying, withering inside. You merely exist on the path of others, but you cannot live. You will find the light of your own life only on your own soul path. Recognize and acknowledge your lies and errors. It is a mistake to believe that you can please everyone and follow their wishes. It is impossible. You have been dazzled by the bright kaleidoscope of colors of those who rob you of your strength and your light, and you have lost yourself in them. You have conformed as a chameleon would, and you are making their renaissance and options your own, and their opinions. It is time to realize this and learn how to say no. It is time to have only your own colors in your life, to feel only your own happiness, to let your own light shine out. Inner life or inner death? Which do you want, and who are you? It is now time to rebel, to start a revolution. Free yourself from your lower negative energies and decide who you want to be. The moment has also come to share this with the world and those around you. Do not hesitate any longer. Your soul is speaking to you. Listen to your heart, to your feelings. Listen to your own truth. Your helpers for the next 21 days, the power animal is the tiger, the herbal essence is tea tree oil, the healing crystal is white agate, peace agate. Number is 7. Number 7 indicates that you should only trust the magic of your heart. You will be given the gift of a light that makes a deep connection between you and the mysteries of your life. Over the next few days, fill your soul path with love, even more than usual. Love every moment, love everything and everyone, and you will become the magic of your heart. The energy field of number 7 is like a gateway of light. It is death, birth, magic, light, and the completion of a stage in life. Number 7 brings new soul paths. We have to decide on our soul path, as she's looking at the chameleon. We have to decide on our own journey. Somebody else's journey is not our journey unless it's our partner and we realize, oh, geez, okay, that was a bad message. Realize that we are ourselves and we have to be ourselves. And that is why I read that, because with the human spirit oracle, we got a number 18, which is a 9, and it's I'm possible. Yes, queen or king, you are a strong and beautiful person. Sometimes we can forget that in the static that is our everyday experience. It also feels great when we are reminded of that from outside sources, a type of validation. Every now and again, we just need to take a moment to reflect, give ourselves some self love, and remember love, amazing, how amazing we are. Look in the mirror and see your full potential. Try simple affirmations to yourself. I am possible. I am enough. I am radiant, being of light and love. Whatever you affirm might be, repeat it 9 times retro how amazing you are. Yeah, we are amazing. We're unique. We have that one little magic spark that no one else has. People don't realize that. They want to change you and form you into who they want you to be. But what they don't realize is they have that spark also of uniqueness that no one else has. It's our personal fingerprint. So keep being the crazy, beautiful, magical you that you are, because you don't take the opinions and then send them away like butterflies if they're bad. I try not to listen to the crap. It's just getting out of hand with people trying to give everybody's opinion. And I give opinions, but like I said, you can take those opinions, just take them with a grain of salt and let them fly away. I mean, you don't have to do it or be it or make it. Just be you. Okay, well, I'm glad I took a break for a second because guess what? I found the card that I was missing from the Practical Magic that I didn't read. We read the other one, but there's no mistake ever because I have to read it now. And it's a 29, which is an 11, which is a master number. And it's Gift of Solitude, Warm My Heart. You know, it's interesting how this is saying, yeah, we're going to go back to this a little bit. Sometimes I like to re-look at these cards just a little bit, just a little bit. Um, Observe in silence. The first one we got was know your fears. So you should know your fears. And it's interesting because I'm starting to notice a lot of things about me that I never really picked up. I just said to my husband, you know, I like everything kind of organized and not cluttered on my counters and stuff like that. My dad was like that. And I have quirks about too much crap being on my desk and everything's got to be in its place. And so we notice these things that when we really observe, and it's nothing bad. It's just that we can control these triggers and stuff when we know what we're doing, because we don't want to conform. We've got to conform as we die inside. And then we got the observe in silence, protect the wild green, which we do have to. I am possible and make the choices. So that was really interesting. But the gift of solitude is something that we all need. I've been saying just to take that little break during the day and just meditate or just lay down and clear your mind. The magic of me time. Give yourself the gift of solitude by carving out some time for yourself. There are extreme versions like a 10-day silent meditation retreat, which is difficult, intense, confronting, and life-changing, or a solo holiday that could potentially teach you more about yourself in a week than months of self-reflection in company will. But even just 10 minutes to yourself each day or half an hour a week can be important and liberating. And the busier you are, the more essential it is. So if you're so flat out that you have to schedule your solitude, do that right now. Your body and soul will thank you. If the only space you have to yourself is your closet, climb in and take a little time out. If it's the bathroom, lock the door and run the bath or take a shower and soak up the moment of peace. With intent and determination, even a tiny unproposing place can be made sacred and special and dedicated to your time alone. Practice self-care. This might involve massage or yoga, chilling out with a book, cooking a nourishing meal, or saying no when you need to protect your boundaries. Sit comfortably, burn some essential oils, and just breathe or soak in a bubble bath or go to a spa. First thing in the morning or just before bed, light a candle and write that what is in your heart. Get down anything that's stressing you or upsetting you. Then focus on that, all that you're grateful for. So that is interesting because yes, we do. Okay, I had to stop. My husband's sitting over there. He says, there's a rainbow in the clouds. It's just like a streak. So I went and took a picture of it. I don't know if it's going to turn out, but it was like a line with a rainbow in it. And he said there was a jet stream beside it. He said, maybe they're spraying something. I said, maybe they're spraying magical rainbow crystal healing energy. We can all be positive about it. Okay, now, solitude is the gift. So the magic of the me time. And that's going to be my new thing. When I decide to go do a meditation, I'm going to tell my husband it's the magic of the me time. I love that. So that was the card that dropped on the floor over there that I was looking for and had to pull. And what's interesting is look, choice, make a choice, gift of solitude. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, now. We are going to go to the dreams of Gaia and the Oceanic Tarot for clarification. Is there another rainbow? Oh, yeah. Oh, he said there's another jet. They want something to happen. If you see another rainbow, let me know. I'll pause it and take a picture of it. Yeah, I love rainbows and I love taking pictures of stuff. So, okay. We got the 10 of Earth. And I like this card because it's harmony, highest ideals, rewards, inner peace, authenticity, grace, look within. She's taken the mask down. She's wearing a mask, but then she's taking it down. Uh, we all wear masks sometimes. We hide our true, beautiful, unique us because we want to fit in with the world. Don't fit in, fit out. That's new too. I just thought of. My mom always said, Fawn, you could have your own language. So fit out, not fit in. Yeah. A time of reward. Everything is coming together. Move through life with surety. Understand your place and purpose. Do not be daunted by change. Strength gained from experience. Why do you feel a lack? Dissatisfaction and discomfort. The 10 of Earth symbolizes all aspects of life coming together as a whole. Career, home, family, all are in harmony. Years of dedicated service to family, career, and community have reaped the highest of rewards. The love, respect, and trust of family and peers. This love, respect, and trust are a reflection of what is felt within and inspire a sense of well-being and connectedness that enables one to move through life with both grace and ease. The 10 of Earth is an affirming card. If it appears in your reading, it signifies a time of reward. It also asks, have you embraced the highest of ideas? To lead a fulfilling life spent doing something you love, to raise your children to become happy, confident adults, and to know and understand your place and purpose. At this time, be sure to remove all masks and show your true self to the world. Authenticity is a quality admired by many. Live your life undaunted by change. Also know that you have been made stronger by your past experiences. Now, whatever the challenge might be, you will find your center and move forward in a fearless manner. Okay, I agree with that completely. We have to drop the mask. We have to be ourselves. We just have to, because we weren't meant to be. Yeah, hang on a minute. Okay, I had to go there. There's like a straight cloud out there with rainbows wisping up and rainbows like blobbed in. I went and took pictures of it. I don't know if it's gonna come out, but yeah, that's really weird. It's really cloudy and funky today, and we've already had like a sun shower again. Yesterday was beautiful sun, and we had this shower that came down. It was crazy. We have with her the clarifier for be real, be true, take the mask off. We've got justice, balance. Uh, we've been talking about balance a lot. And if you look at her tail, she's got like the blue in it for cold. And it's just, she's got the sword and the balance being things. Uh, take a practical approach. If you need to make a decision, go with what is realistic rather than idealistic. The solution doesn't need to be perfect, just workable. If a decision that affects you is made by others, accept it as the best they can do at the time. This is calm decisions, integrity, truth, legal issues, and support and vindication. The justice, this is the justice. So we've got to remember when you take the mask off, uh, it'll be good. That's a good sign. But you got to take the mask down. You got to see where you're going over there. We got the Ace of Air. The Ace of Air was reversed. Uh, New ideas and personal truth, originality, individualization, motivation, choices, and belief. Somebody is not being real. And that's basically what this is pointing at. They're not in balance. They're not being real. They're following the crowd. They're all the little sheeples and they're just following everybody. I don't recommend that. The Ace of Air reversed wants to know if you are holding out on outdated belief, opinions, or fears that are exerting an influence on your decision-making ability. Past hurts, past failures and mistakes, loss, the thoughts and opinions of others, and fears of upsetting others if we disagree or choose a way that is different to their own. All of these things can hamper our ability to implement new ideas or a new way of being. Over time, they become impediments that can limit and restrict. The Ace of Air reversed asks that you look within to discover what it is that prevents you from acting. Are your own beliefs sabotaging your future goals? Justice is when you take the mask off. That was clarifying that, and the Ace of Air is telling you that you're holding on to outdated beliefs, and if you follow the crowd, you won't have any new ideas. You'll have one perspective. Okay, now the Ace of Air, we got the Seven of Wands, and that is endurance. Say your words loud and clear, and then be prepared to negotiate. You have the higher moral ground, and with endurance and courage, you will get the results you need. Defense, resilience, protection, opposition, territory, force, and resistance. What I'm picking up is someone is resisting change. They're resisting that everything they do is like peaches and cream, and everything somebody else does is shit on a shingle. Let's put it that way. So that is what I'm picking up, and that is not a good way to be. So chill out. Or like I said, chillax. We got the 8 of air. That was a lot of air upside down, let me tell you. There is a big blockage. The 8 of air reverse signifies the need to question our memory of past conversations or situations. Why? Because our memories are not always accurate. In fact, unless we are blessed with perfect recall, our memories can be distorted and our recollection flawed. Memories fade, and sometimes important details are forgotten. Sometimes our memories can become conflicted as one experience becomes confused with another. They can merge and mingle so that context and content are changed dramatically. There are also times when we become so focused on a detail that we no longer have any recollection of the true nature of the entire experience. We see the detail instead of the bigger picture that we have blocked out. Memories can also be distorted by our ego, emotion, beliefs, perspectives, understanding, perception, and overall mental health and physical well being. Simple changes in a diet, a lack of sleep, an illness can hamper our ability to remember. And and if our ability to remember is affected, then it follows that what we recall and only a partial memory, not necessarily a complete one. It's interesting, Donnie, that I got this card reversed. I'm going to talk to my husband for a minute because I want you all to hear this because we just talked about this the other day. I hope they don't memory wipe us. And I've been thinking about that a lot. And this is talking about memory recall and how it's different when we look back on it. So just keep that in mind. Start writing things down and not having them on the computer so much because there's a lot of things that are going to malfunction. And that was one of my dreams. So this is talking about, or is it just going to memory wipe certain things? Like all, it's like the bad people, what they do bad, they're going to memory wipe it and they're never bad again and they don't remember. I don't know. But that is something that we have talked about, my husband and I, about a flash, because about 2 years ago, we were sitting outside and there was a flash that went down. It was starting to storm. We were both sick from the flash. We ended up going in because we were so sick. It was like he felt light, I felt lightheaded, and he felt motion sickness like his stomach. And we both went in. So what if they did something like that and did a memory wipe on like a certain date where you don't remember this, you did, or I don't know. But keep that in mind because this is talking about the pain right here. He's bleeding on this side and he's not on this side because he has the sword the right way, but the sword's the wrong way in the other hand. It's a choice. If you want an accurate log of your experience, the 8 of air recommends that you keep a journal that you write in every day. What did I just say? Or write it out because there's something going on with the internet. It's going to go down. We don't know how long. We don't know what we're going to lose. When it comes on, we don't know what we're going to have. So start writing stuff down. Start downloading your pictures. Start downloading your personal things that you really want to keep because on a hard disk, because we don't know what's going to happen. And I wouldn't want anybody to lose something precious or important that they need. The the 8 of air signifies the importance of not giving our memories too much power or influence over our present. Yes, there are times when we experience moments that change our lives so dramatically that we will never forget them. But there are also times when our egos, as magical and as wonderful as they are, can alter our memories in order to make them fit a reality of our making. Sometimes they can rewrite the entire script, change the dialogue, and create a moment that never happened. And the believing that it did will not make it any more real. Be sure that what you believe you experienced is really what happened. And be sure that your recall is as accurate as possible, especially if you are currently caught up in a he said, she said situation. Everything changes with the passage of time, including our memories. Sometimes it serves us better to remember that our memories can be altered and not allow them to confuse the situation in the present. When you are asked to question everything, sometimes that means questioning yourself more than anyone else. That is an interesting message because, like I said, and I can't remember. Okay, we got the Queen of Wands in this one, and that's passion. Follow your intuition to make the best decision in relationships, work, and projects. Uh, she is passionate and talkative and dominant. She leads by example. Through her work and beliefs, she inspires others to fulfill their potential. In relationships, she speaks from the heart. Communication is vital to her, and she may find it frustrating dealing with people who are closed off from their emotions. As the U card in a reading, the Queen shows it's time to honor your special talents. Yeah, we all have special talents. We got to honor them. We got to recognize them, figure them out, and find them. Okay, now that was the end of the collective, and that was pretty dramatic. Now, I remember last night after midnight when I was shuffling these cards, and they come out the way they did. I thought it was very interesting because I kept getting clarifying cards for this ending. We got the youth, the number 3. So we got the 3 in the very beginning, which was a divine message, and a 3 at the very end, which was a divine message. And he was reversed. And we know that he is on a journey. He is the youth is on a quest. He's got his dog, he's got his staff, and he's ready. He's quest for adventure, live in the moment, action without thought, defying tradition and conformity, greater risk, greater reward, assert your independence. This whole reading is about being your true self. It is about independence. It is about knowing yourself, loving yourself, and fixing the triggers that hinder you. Because when you are triggered, it hinders you. It gives off a negative energy to yourself and the other person that's triggering you. We need to work on our triggers. We all have them. We all need to work on our own triggers and not point somebody else's out because trust me, we have a stack of our own. Embrace individuality, a new direction, freedom from fear and doubts, a time of conflict or turmoil, communication and compromise, address desires. This is a big blockage. Unwilling to abide by rules that maintain order and harmony, the youth rebels against those in position of authority, and anyone who demands that he moderate his behavior when it causes hurt to those around him, regardless of whether his actions are justified or not. The reverse youth may be lacking in empathy and unwilling to consider the feelings of others, especially when there is a chance for him to pursue his own interests. Now, this is a him or her. Just because I'm saying him, don't write him into it. He's a boy. This is a him and her, him or her. This is a masculine or a feminine energy. When they point out to him or her, if I did my own tarot cards, I wouldn't do a him or her because it's too confusing. Yes, it shows a him, and you have to show him and her. But this could be a masculine or feminine energy. When the youth appears reversed in your reading, ask yourself if you are running away from a situation that could be resolved with communication and compromise. Are you being overly rigid and narrow-minded, refusing to see your actions from another's perspective? Running away from conflict does not bring resolution. Neither does being selfish, impulsive, and inflexible. Instead, be open and empathetic. It is not a question of giving up the things that interest you, but one of moderation and temperance. Do not pursue your freedom to such an extreme that you prevent others from having the same freedom. I love that message. That was a great message because we all tend to try to tell people to do shit and we shouldn't. And I'm guilty too. But I try to catch myself. Like, I'll say to my husband, if you're going to go out to the garage and get this, or if you don't, I'll do it. So it like leaves the door open. If he doesn't remember, I will. That's kind of what I do. And I'm trying to fix that instead of, hey, Go out to the garage and get dog food. You know, look at the difference of it. So I try to catch myself doing that. I don't want to sound bossy because sometimes we can all sound bossy because that's what we do best, I guess. After the youth, we got the chariot, which we know the chariot is action. It's the seven, it's the movement. And we do know that the youth is going on adventure and he's on a quest for adventure. Journey, determination, willpower, progress, friction, guidance, and protection. It's a time to make serious progress. Travel is favored now as our moves connect with work. The card is also a general sign that every aspect of your life will surge forward. However, balance is necessary and you may need to treat people around you with care, as this is a card of energy rather than sensitivity. The card reveals that good timing and being aware of your ego will be essential. If you are to keep your show on the road, an additional meaning of this card is acquiring a new car or other vehicle. It is time actively to move forward with your plan. Keep the ego in check when you need to and enjoy the time of power and motivation. Uh, we already know that, yeah, he is on movement. He is in quest, and we did get after him. I asked the movement, the quest, the journey, what is that? Is it physical or is it spiritual or is it mental? Because a journey could be in your mind. It could be non-physical. You'd be laying in bed, journeying, time travel in your mind or something, or astro traveling. Uh, or you could just have like a movement of bad energy, or it's movement of you going on an adventure, one or the other. There's so many different possibilities of the chariot. So the cards kept coming, so I decided, and that chariot in the movement is got you moving and reflecting, because we did get the Six of Cups, and that is telling me to reflect on yourself. Movement, you've got to get out of the procrastination, the non-motivation, and get motivated and start working on yourself. The past comes to life as someone from your past returns. This may be an old friend or an old flame. Equally, you may find other ways to slip back into the safe haven of your former years through reminiscing over old times, enjoying the company of children, creativity, and play, or returning to a favorite childhood place. In relationship, you will find a sense of peace, security, and comfort. Enjoy reconnecting with the happiest aspect of your past, which energizes certain and inspires you for the future. This is friendship, visitors, happiness, comfort, childhood memories, protection, play. We are all going through the dark night of the soul at this point. We all will continue every day of our life to go through a dark night of the soul. How we react to it is our choice. And, you know, while we're reflecting on it, which came out, we had the Six of Cups reflection, but we also got the Hangman, which is a 12, which is a 3, which is divine. It's the mother, father, and son. The limbo. We are in limbo, and that's not limbo and under a stick. That's in limbo. And when we reflect, we got to go into solitude, and that could be the limbo that we're experiencing, the waiting, the time, frustration, sacrifice, insight, purpose, and viewpoints. Use this waiting time to see your situation in a new light and find alternative perspectives. You may find an ingenious solution or gain a valuable insight. When the hangman arrives in your reading, you cannot move forward, stuck in limbo. You may be waiting for a decision to be made or generally feel that some aspects of your life are on hold as relationships and projects remain static. This lack of control can leave you frustrated and you may decide to reach compromise rather than hang around much longer. However, the hangman asks you to stay calm and think through your opinions and options, rather than to rush and find an instant way out of a bind. This need not be time wasted after all. I think we all have to go into a limbo state solitude state, and we have to reflect on things because we have the zero, the fool. The fool, that's new beginnings. He's diving into the unknown, and he's got a dolphin over there that's going to help guide him. So that is a good thing if you're starting new, if you're going on a journey, uh, like the youth, and you got your dog with you and all that, and you're looking for your quest, your journey, your happiness. This is what this is. It's a new beginning. You are on the brink of a new path in life, and a wonderful opportunity awaits. Now is the time to follow your destiny in work and in relationships. Before you follow your heart desire, pay attention to two things. Be practical and check that your dream is tangible and realistic, and listen to your intuition, which, like the dolphin, will safely guide you forward. Keep the focus on your goals rather than be distracted by others' opinions and needs. This is your time to reinvent yourself, and there is a bright future ahead in exciting new territory. The Fool can also show a physical journey over land and sea. Look before you leap, and if you like what you see, dive right in. So that was the special message. There's some movement, reflection, limbo, and a new beginning, because you've got to think about that, because we did get the solitude card. That was a strong message, and that was a good message. And the next one I'm going to read is the Golden Future Oracle, because this was so cool. It's number 10, and it's food. Choose locally grown organic produce. And this is the food card. Look how beautiful all that food is that he just picked out of his garden. He's got the cows and the horses running in the background, and the butterfly and the fairy and the food, and it's just beautiful. By 2032, most of the population will be vegetarians. Although some people will eat fish, overall, fifth dimension humans will need much lighter food to sustain them and to keep their frequency high. All fruit and vegetables will be grown organically, naturally, and locally. They will be produced in enormous tunnels made of biodegradable plant material with thermal and other current inconceivable attributes. All knowledge will be generously pooled. So super advanced hydroponics. I gotta take a break and eat a piece of sweet pineapple. Okay. That pineapple we got, it's sweet as candy. And I'm sitting here reading the food card. Go figure. Okay. Where were we? They will be produced in enormous tunnels made of biodegradable plant material with thermal. I read that. This also, oh, I stopped at hydroponics and other food production. Technology will advance quickly. This also means fresh produce will be available everywhere and year round. Gardeners will talk to plants, play music to them, and program crystals to help them grow healthy. They will communicate with the elements who look after the natural world, and these will tell them exactly what the plants need. The elements will also persuade beneficial insects to help. The result will be an abundance of nutritional food. In the golden future, food will be free, plentiful, organically grown, and super nutritious. Another piece of that. Sorry, I can't resist. Mm. He just said, man, is that good? This card reminds you to watch what you eat. Choose light organic food wherever you can to build your crystalline light body, your new form from the golden age. Even if you only have room for a few pots, grow some herbs or fruit and vegetables and tend them lovingly. Tune into the green world. Remember, the more you cultivate plants, the more they will respond to you. Your guidance is to engage. Or you tap it on the stove or something. Engage with them and watch their progress. Fairies and elements are always waiting for us to cooperate with them for the benefit of nature and humanity. Talk to them, especially the fairies, pixies, elves, and nature spirits. They can hear you and will assist you and ensure your soil is rich and your harvest abundant in nutrients. Many of nature's invisible helpers are beautiful fifth dimensional beings who are just waiting for you to connect with them. Okay, Donnie, you better start connecting with him. He's the garden guy. We've had people stop and said, "Oh, your yard is so beautiful, your flowers and this." And I look at him and I say, "It ain't me. I got an air plant on my window and it's got babies coming and I'm patting myself on the shoulder, just watering it every that's my husband. He's Mr. Green Thumb." Okay. And he has grown some beautiful garden. Even in Florida, he had it, but he gets aggravated because Florida's hot and it's all sand. And you know, it's really hard to grow down here. But we had God's garden for a couple of years, all our compost. We've got tomatoes and peppers and sunflowers and all kinds of stuff. Now, the Divine Master had two cards that come out, and I thought this was really interesting because, you know, we are the warriors of light. We definitely are in this battle for the spiritual aspect of it. And Joan of Arc, the sacred activist, do not be afraid, stand up for your beliefs, showed up. Joan of Arc is a Roman Catholic saint and a French heroine who is widely loved and respected for her role during the Siege of Orleans in the 15th century during 100 years of war, when she was a warrior helping to push the English out of France. Joan is reported to have been a visionary who encounters Archangel Michael and various saints from the age of 13 onward. Through these encounters, she developed the strength and courage that led her at the age of 17 to experience the voice of God, telling her to expel the English from France. And although there were challenges along the way, she was able to lead the French to victory of Orleans. Don't be afraid of being your most authentic self. Don't be afraid of the passion that is moving through you. Don't be afraid of the power and gifts that you were born with. Right now, there is a huge opportunity for you to stand up for what you know and what you believe. You might feel as though the world is against you, but there's something in your spirit that is telling you not to give up. If you feel unrecognized or misunderstood, don't let this lack of validation get between you and what you know is right. Today's message is a message of confirmation. You are on to something, and it's important that you don't pull back. Keep going, keep driving, and keep pushing because your truth will prevail. The greatest support you can have is the support of the universe. Call in the light of God and the angels and stand strong in your beliefs because the challenge you are facing is an opportunity to understand purpose of life. Believe, trust, go. Wow. What a message. What a beautiful message. Because Joan of Arc, I knew about her, but I didn't really know too much about her. And I thought it was really interesting because they don't give the women warriors enough credit. And there was a lot of women warriors back there, just like the men. They fought together. They were a team. But nowadays, you know, they put the women and men in different categories, and that's not cool. Because women can be strong. They're not just like men. We are, I've had women say, I can do anything a man can. No, you can't. Because we're not men. So we can't do everything a man can do. And guess what? He can't do everything a woman can do because he can't give birth. So there you go. So yes, we are unique. Now, we had Joan of Arc. She was the sacred activist, which we feel we are. We got Hanuman. Hanuman is a devoted warrior. Let God's love hold you in strength. That is going to be a good. Okay. Let God's love hold you in strength. Hanuman is the Hindu warrior and divine companion of protector of Rama, the son of the winged Vayu. He is loved by many, not only because of his monkey form, but also because his sheer dedication to Rama is inspirational to all spiritual devotees. Hanuman is one of the main characters in the Hindu epic in Ramayana. The story goes that after a great war, there was a process, and Rama and his wife, Sita, honored those who had fought for them. When it came to Hanuman, Sita took her favorite pearls off and placed them around his neck. Like a cheeky monkey, Hanuman began to bite them open like nuts and look inside each one. Startled, Rama wondered why he would do such a thing. Hanuman said, I am looking for you, my lord. I love you and Sita. So much you are all I could ever want. If I were to rip open my heart and show it to you, there you would be. Thereupon he began to rip his chest open, and there sitting where his heart would be was an image of Rama and Sita. This is why Hanuman is the Lord of devotion. When you devote yourself to a vision with unwavering faith, you welcome in the support of the universe. Today, the devoted heart of Hanuman's is a guide you to reflect on your strengths and talents. You are someone who gives with all your heart, but may find it hard to receive in return. In fact, you give without looking for anything in return, but the universe wants you to make more time, energy, and space to be supported too. Because when you open up to the possibilities of being supported and nourished, you allow yourself to be replenished, and thus you have more to give. You are being honored today for the commitment to what is important to you. The universe sees you as vital to healing and expansion. But in order to keep going with your mission, let your heart be served in return. A true warrior's shield is the love of God. I love that because we went from Joan of Arc, which was a sacred activist, to Hanuman, which is a devoted warrior, which is basically the same thing. She was a devoted warrior to get them out. Yeah, that was a great reading. Throat so dry. You go out here during the day and it takes your breath away. It's so hot. Okay. We are going to do, usually we don't do that last, but we're doing that last. We've got the Arcturian light codes. Evolutionary downloads, recalling power, future thinking. Arcturus is a giant red star that is among the brightest stars seen from the northern hemisphere. It is about 25 times larger than our sun and can be found just beyond the Big Dipper. Many believe that there are light beings living on a blue planet orbiting Arcturus who are in the fifth and even higher dimensions. Some think they could be a prototype for what is possible on planet Earth. They are described as blue beings, for when they appear to those who can see them clairvoyantly, they are often blue-skinned or emanating blue light in their auric field. I would say in their auric field, probably. The Arcturians race are here to help those on Earth who feel called to facilitate healing and to move beyond draconian and ways of being. They guide us to realize that we have a great opportunity to evolve beyond these limited states. And if we don't, we'll be stuck on a karmic wheel for thousands of years because we get our next opportunity. If you feel called to the Arcturians or this information, it could indicate a past, future incarnation on the Arcturian planet, or that you have Arcturian guides working with you. You can evolve into a greater state of being now, this being with how you approach even the most mundane of tasks in your own little universe. Show up in ways that you've never showed up before. Instead of checking out of this planet, it's time to check in. Instead of feeling that life is happening to you, realize that you have a huge part to play. Recall your power. Realize that you are part of the evolution of humanity, and it's time to become the leader you were born to be. It doesn't matter if you're leading yourself or a large group. The key is to create more loving ways of doing things. Honor the ideas or thoughts that you have been having recently. If you have been hearing high-pitched noises, seeing flickers of light, or sensing that you are being visited by beings in your sleep, know that you are receiving downloads from heaven. Arcturians are with you. That was, I love that. Okay. Now we've got one more, and this was the end, and this I saved to the end because it was such, the cards came out so beautifully. And when they come out that beautifully, you just gotta take it in. The first card we got, and we have been talking about perception and perspective a lot. Eagle, see from a higher perspective. Look at things from a different angle. Fly higher and see new possibilities. In animal medicine, both Native Americans and Celtic, the eagle draws its power and strength from the sun. It is a powerful, strong, and courageous guide which is able to see for miles. It approaches all things with intelligence, grace, and poise, and has the capacity to make a plan from a higher space before putting it into action. When the eagle card appears in a reading, it shows that you have a real ability to take things higher and to move beyond the limitations of your ego and your selfish desire. Eagle medicine swirls around you, encouraging you to recognize that your views or visions may be limited at this time. Is there a chance that your own desperation, needs, or ego could be blocking you from seeing the potential in your current situation? If there are other people involved, you are being guided to see things from everyone's perspective. If you are feeling the need for something to change, you can take the higher road. Know that if you have intentions that aren't for the highest good, it will only hold you back. Eagle medicine can help you change this. The eagle brings the energy of healing and love directly from the heart of Father Sky and invites you to do all things from a place of love. That's, yeah, we should. We should do all things from a place of love because we have some great messages coming in. We got the guardian angel, you are not alone. We got the guardian angel calling card. Watch for signs and reminders from your angels and loved ones that they are close by. Remember, they are working hard to guide you. The guardian angel card shows the white feather that also becomes known as the guardian angel business card. Whenever a white feather appears in your life, or this card appears in your reading, it's a message to say your guardian angel and ancestor guides are particularly close to you at this time and are there to support you with their love. If you have asked for help with a particular situation, know that there is a divine intervention in the works. Everyone has a guardian angel who has been with them in all their past lifetimes and will be there in all the lifetimes to come. So know that you are never alone and never will be alone. This card is a huge reminder that there is always help and support available to you. Your guardian angel is with you now and is here to aid you in all your endeavors in order to fully receive their support. First ask it, and then surrender to the process. Know that whatever unfolds will be for your highest good. Okay, we got the great teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. I love you too, Dawn. And this is the white dove. with the angel feathers in it, and that is Jesus. He's with us. Know that what is happening around you is divinely inspired. Learn from your current experiences, then share them with others. This card is inspired by many prophets and teachers who have brought great healing to the earth. There is a great teacher in every tradition. And this card represents the one to whom you feel closest, as well as the great teacher within. The teacher wears simple clothes here to demonstrate that even if you live a simple life, it can be an incredibly spiritual one. He is surrounded by a sense of serenity and harmony because he has absolute trust in the higher power that moves through him. And the dove on the card represents receiving answers to prayers through signs and experiencing peace through joy. This card can represent a teacher in your life or the great teacher within. Either way, it shows that you have decided a lot of time, dedicated a lot of time and effort, the energy to understand yourself and the world. You are having spiritual experiences at this time and gaining a greater awareness of what you need to do in order to grow. There is a great chance that if you've been having any challenges recently, you've surmounted them and allowed them to be vehicles to lessons that are helping you spiritually connect. If you feel that you've received messages from heaven or the universe recently, this card is a confirmation that these have indeed been holy experiences. Wow, that was a great reading, guys. I just love that. Now, that's going to be the reading for the next 2 days. And we will be under storms here in Big Bend area in Florida. So if you could manifest this storm away from everybody and out into the ocean for protection for everyone. I need my soul family now. We all need each other. So with that said, I will see you on Magical Monday. Cross your fingers, say a prayer, get real with everything like we are. And you know what? I love everybody. And may every step in your journey be magical. And you know what? Just be you.